Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cool, and this is Everquest Project 1999 on the green server on my Dark Elf Necromancer level 40. Currently in real time I'm level 50, so pretty cool. Been recording all in between. This is just a backlog of videos I'm trying to get out to you. This is Kazakh Duel Part 2 with Orant, the Mage. I think he's level 29 here. I think that's what I figured out. So Orant is level 29. I'm level 40 here, and we're in Kazakh Duel in the maze. So the last time we tried to break into the throne room, and I was just learning how to feign death. I've had it longer than I didn't just get it or anything, but I wasn't. I was more like gating when I got in trouble, and I decided to start practicing with feign death because it's a little bit faster. It costs a little bit less mana. It's a better way to go if you get into trouble, and you can start to pull and break stuff and all that. Feign death's really fun to use, so I started to try to use it right here. So that's going to come back to bite me later on, and it bit me already because I died. So last video, if you haven't seen that, I got killed by a dark assassin before I even started the video. Then I come in, I'm trying to break up the throne room, and I die while using feign death for like the first 2 or 3 times. So I tried to gate instead of feign deathing or something, and I died. But anyway, here we are back. I went to Link Dead, and now we are getting close to the pyramid, but we're in the maze. This is like where the clay golem kind of stomps around in this hallway. So there he is, Clay Golem. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this guy. This is pretty much the boss of the video here. He doesn't even care about me. That's funny. So trying to cast Dooming Darkness. Got him, bringing him back. And going to bring him to our little corner we were in. If we just would have stayed here, everything would have been fine. But we decided to try to go to the pyramid, and then you'll see. So stay tuned. It's pretty exciting. Alright, here comes the Clay Golem. He can drop a potion that turns you into an Earth Elemental. Pretty cool. I got that while I was here solo and gave it to Orant, and then, you'll see. It happens later. We actually come back to Cazic, so, yeah. But yeah, killing this Clay Golem, he went down pretty easy like butter. I mean, I think if we were both level 29, we could have took that guy. But let's see what he drops here, the Clay Golem. Hopefully we can get a nice thumbnail picture of the Clay Golem. That'd be a good one. Or maybe of the event that happens later. Lizard Skin Tribal Mask. AC 3, Agility +5. Face. All class, all race. So who would want agility? Who would want that? I'm trying to think. Like, who would want agility? Would that be like a monk or a ranger or a bard or... It's gotta be, like, that would be the only classes that would really care. What is agility anyway? Does that help you dodge? Maybe a warrior? I don't know. Put it in the comments. What is agility for in this game? I need to figure that out. I'm trying to think of more videos to make. Someone mentioned that I should make a guide video, and that reminds me, I need to shout somebody out. Where's my notebook at here? I'm gonna shout you out, man. It'd be cool if I could remember your name off the top of my head, but I have to write things down or else it doesn't get done. Yeah, shout out to Renthorn. Renthorn is a 31 rogue. Speaking of rogues, Renthorn sent me a tell in the game, and yeah, we were talking about Kazakh Duel. So I told him, yeah, I'm going to be putting out this video pretty soon, this part 2 of Kazakh Duel. And yeah, rogues, this is a really good spot for rogues because Raven Scale drops here, and that's their armor, basically. Their level 30-ish, 40-ish armor. You all might have something better being a rogue. Most of the time when people make rogues, they twink them because they're really hard to make your first class. It's probably one of the hardest classes to make your first class, a rogue, because you really need really good gear. It's hard to get groups. You can't solo, so yeah, I think Raven Scale, not the best thing to like be farming to sell because I don't think very many rogues are going to want to buy it. Because most of the time, if there's a rogue, it's usually a twink. They already have it or have something better. But hey, they might be buying Raven Scale on their level 1 rogue just to twink it. So who knows? I'll let y'all know because I'm feeling like coming back to Cazic on my 50 Necro and just cleaning this place out. and seeing if I could sell any of that Raven scale or not. Because the breastplate's worth like 500 maybe. But it's probably just really hard to get. Yeah. So yeah, I was talking to him, but shout out to Renthorn. Thank you for sending me a message in the game. I really appreciate it. He's going back and watching all my older videos. Really appreciate that. That's what I'm hoping. You guys discover me, and then you go back to the beginning of the playlist and hit play and watch them all. Especially you necromancers out there, because I show pretty much the progression of my Dark Elf Necromancer going from camp to camp to camp to camp, leveling up all the way to 50 right now. So you could follow my videos from 1 to 50, and I pretty much give you a camp that you can do for like a certain level range. So you can do 1 to 5, here you go, 5 to 10, here you go, 10 to 15, go here, 15 to 20, go here. Like I pretty much do that all the way up to 50. So if you're a Dark Elf Necromancer or a Necromancer in general, you could just follow my playlist and copy all my spots and be fine. I'm doing really well right now, level 50 Necromancer. And boy, is being level 49. Once you get to 49, it's so fun. You get Lich. You get a really good Bond of Death dot that gives you a lot of health back. You get a really strong pet. And a new life tap. It's just really fun. Plus, you can feign death. And, you know, dead man floating. There's all kinds of fun stuff. Fear. You can fear kite. Pretty much beat down anything, even if it's yellow. But yeah, we're moving up, which in hindsight was a mistake. Maybe if we stayed here, like if Orant had stayed right there where I said maybe here and never came forward, he probably would have been okay. But you know, it's kind of like in when we first went to Najina and he was pulling. I think the same thing happened here. Like he tried to help me out when I was feign death pulling, and I was new at it, so I appreciate it. But yeah, he kind of ran into the fire and got killed. And you'll see, my feign deathing here could have been way better. Alright, so we got green gorillas. They're green to me. I don't know what they are to him, though. So trying to pull these. They should be pretty easy, but a little bit too close there. I was hoping he would sit on the other side of the hill, not exactly on top of the hill. But yeah, 2 gorillas shouldn't be a problem here. They're green to me. My pet could probably solo one of them, and we could have took the other one. I should probably be on the other gorilla, but I'm just making sure my pet doesn't die. That's kind of the sign of doom if your pet dies as a necromancer. That's usually your sign to feign death or fear or snare and run away or gate. But yeah, I should probably be concentrating on the gorilla that's on Orant. Which I got them both snared. That was my goal. I didn't want them running away and grabbing a bunch of other things. It's usually my first goal. But they're both dead. We did well. Orant still has 60 health. I still have 80. I've got over 40 mana. We should probably... And we both got experience. I got experience for those gorillas, so they must be level 30-ish. So I'm level 40 here. Oh, I did tell him to sit on top of the hill. Yeah, my bad. I should have had you sit way back further in that hallway, I guess. Or at least never, ever come through this doorway. That's what I should have said. Don't ever come through this doorway, because you're going to see me make a huge mistake here. And this video probably won't be that long, you guys, because it's mostly a disaster and then not much else after that. But at least you get to see the disaster. I said I'm at the stairs. Hope not 50 right at top. Medding a sec. Yeah, I didn't know what was up ahead, so I didn't want to go up there with less than like 60, 75 mana, because I'm not even sure what's up there. And come to find out, there's like 3 lizards up there, 3 or 4 lizards. So I was right to sit here and meditate, but I should have went all the way to full, and I should have told Orant to sit way back over the hump. And I would feign death. I would have to feign death break them. So I need a little bit of a runway to do that. I can't just the amount of space we have from the doorway to that top of that little hill there. That's not enough to do that. So I'm attempting to feign death. My pet ran out, of course. I should have just let the pet die. But I'm telling it to calm down. So now, then I told him to come. What an idiot! I thought that we could handle this. So I told him to come. which we could have. That's only 2 lizards. The problem is I'm not looking behind myself, and I'm getting my butt kicked. So I back up, let my pet take the brunt of the damage. I just don't think he lasts very long, and that's the problem. Now Orant is in the aggro range. I thought we could take these 2 lizards. That was my thought process right here. I'm like, we can take 2 of them. But then the worst happens. Now I got a Justicar beating on my back, and I think that's a healer even. So add, he said add, but there's so much going on I didn't even really see it. But now I see it, and I've got half health, 20 mana. That thing's casting. It's probably healing. Now Orant's getting beat on. Did I feign death? Looks like I did. I was trying to get rid of that Justicar. Yeah. I hate that Orant died there. I was trying to get rid of that ad by feign deathing, and I was hoping my pet could handle my everything else down there. Like we had already had some of it. But he's dead. Dang it. I was trying to feign death this one off. It wasn't a good idea. I should have just stayed, and I don't know. There's not much I could have done there, really. But hey, Orant, now you get to see what kind of happened there. Yeah. I was trying to feign death that one off before it aggroed onto, like, my pet and you and your pet. And I thought we could handle those 2 lizards there. But one's a healer, as you can see. The other one was probably blue. They're probably all 3 blue. And yeah, that ad kind of screwed us all up. I said I didn't know I had one on me. I didn't at first, that's for sure. He told me, because he could probably see. I couldn't see. I was looking down at the 2 at the bottom of the stairs. But yeah, basically what happened there was I was pulling 2 lizards, and I feigned death, and I noticed it was only 2, so I told him to come, and I figured I would jump up and we'd kill those 2, because it's only 2 lizards, and we've been doing fine up to this point. And we were doing okay when it was just the 2. My pet was tanking, you know, Orant was doing his thing. I was at the top of the stairs. I should have came back down the stairs. So that's the problem. The mistake of that whole battle was me standing there at the top of the stairs like an idiot. I should have moved back down to where the gorillas were, or pulled everything into the hallway instead of telling him to come. Yeah. So that's the mistake that happened. So all on me on that one. And here, this is even worse. Check this out. So I got 3 lizards on me, and I'm feign deathed, so I'm not really sure what to do. As soon as I stand up, I'm going to be screwed. So, turning off my lich to make sure I don't die here. Orant's probably coming back to get his corpse, but I didn't even know where they came from. You should get out of here. Get out of here, bro. Man, I would be really scared if I was him. My buddy feigned death on the ground with 3 lizards all around him. Yeah, get it. Just gate. Just gate. Get out of here. Man. But yeah, that sucked. But I do want to come back here so bad. Now it's pretty much too late. It's pretty much too late for me. Up, here comes that Zealot. I guess, see, this is a roamer we didn't even see. Oh my gosh. I tried to hit lookout as soon as I saw it, pretty much. I thought it would stop, like, right at the bottom and wouldn't, aggro him, so I was a little bit late on that. But, yeah. When it started walking down the stairs, I figured it would stop, like, right here, and I was hoping he was, like, over the hump looting his corpse. But I guess he was looting it, like, right inside this door, and the lizard walked up to here. So that sucks. So he ended up dying again, so that was really frustrating, I'm sure. But I've just been feign death the entire time. It's not like I stood up and attracted more and then it killed him. But yeah, I could have been quicker on the lookout. Like as soon as I seen that lizard, I just thought it would stop like right here. So yeah, another mistake by me there. So anyway, 2 mistakes I made. Ready? First one, standing at the top of this. Well, plenty. Let's go over it here. Okay, so I'm pulling these 2 lizards, right? And I was thinking about breaking them up. So what I should have done is had Orant sit way back in that hallway. Not on top of the hill, not where the gorillas were. Not inside the doorway, not at the bottom of these stairs, like way back. The other side of the hump, and then back even more. To give myself like a runway to feign death pool. First mistake. Not telling him to sit way back in that hallway. I wasn't sure what was up here, though, so it could have been nothing, and then I was just, I don't know. I'm always trying to, like, rush whenever we're, not as much lately, like, we've kind of gotten to a groove lately to where we know that, hey, this is going to take a certain amount of time. We're going to be meditating. We're going to be taking it slow. We don't want to die here, so, but in these earlier recordings, I was kind of rushing to make it, I don't know, I just feel like I got someone else with me. I don't want to make it boring for them. So I kind of rush a little bit, and that makes me a little bit more prone to mistakes, I guess. Because if it was just me, just soloing on my own, I would sit there and get full mana if I had to, and for like 10 minutes. But see how far the Zealot goes? I figured he would stop right at the bottom of the stairs. So I thought the Zealot would stop a little bit sooner, and I thought Orant was a little bit further away. But he must have been like right on the other side of this right here. Maybe he was tucked in the side over here and it kind of saw him somehow. Like, I don't know. He's going to have to tell me where he was. There comes somebody else, though. Look at that. Somebody else limping out of this area. I think they're dragging a corpse, too. So it wasn't just us. Drag way back over hump. That's what I should have said that the first time so he didn't die. He just came charging at me for no reason. Yeah, I never moved. He roams to the door. I'm too scared to move. He's at the door again. Drag way back over the hump. He top of stairs. So, I don't know. This isn't even the one that aggroed us in that battle either. So, this thing could have came as well. The thing that aggroed us in the battle was a Justicar. So, we could have had 4 on us. But yeah, the things I did wrong there, I mean, this is just me critiquing myself. I should have started by having Orant sit way, way back in that hallway. Way back over the hump and around a corner. Then when I was feign death pulling these two, I should have done it like feign death maybe in the gorilla room there to give myself enough room to sit up and pull like one or see what I've got too. And never let them see him. Like, never bring them over the hump. Have him sit back far enough from the hump that they can't even see him unless they go all the way over the hump. So that's what I should have done, have him sit way back. The other mistake was once we were already fighting the 2 lizards, which I think we could have handled. So if we didn't get that 1 ad, we would have been fine. But me standing at the top of the stairs like an idiot. You should never stand further in, you know, like, you should never stand where something else could aggro you. Like, we had 2 on us already. They were at the bottom of the stairs. I should have moved myself to the bottom of the stairs or further back, like where the gorillas were. Then that one thing might not have aggroed. It could have still aggroed either way just because Orant was level 29. And from the top of the stairs to where he was standing, I don't know if that's enough room or not. But it would have, the way I did it, like, exacerbated things, like, made it even worse, because he was definitely going to aggro with somebody standing at the top of the stairs. But yeah, that was the second mistake I made, standing at the top of the stairs, even though I'm not sure if that would have made a difference or not. Then the third mistake was not telling him to look out sooner, thinking he was, like, way back over the hump looting his corpse, but supposedly, I guess he was just right inside this doorway, I'm not sure. And the Zealot walked way down here when I thought maybe he would stop like more like here. So my thought was the Zealot would stop at the bottom of the stairs, and that Orant was way back over the hump looting his corpse, not just like right here. But either way, I made like 3 mistakes there. I just wanted to show you guys that, you know, I'm not perfect. I never said I was an expert at this game. People say if I want more views, I should do guide type of videos, but I don't even have a level 60. I'm not the best editor. And I don't have like a bunch of friends that play the game that could send me footage like these other people making guides. Like, they either have like multiple level 60s with all kinds of gear, raid gear and stuff, so they can do whatever they want and make guides out of it, or they have tons of footage from doing it so long that they can pull from different, like, they have all this footage they can use that they can cut up and use for guides, or they have a bunch of friends in a really good guild that they've gone raiding and whatnot and have all these connections that they can use for guides. Or they just have a bunch of knowledge from having multiple level 60s that they can do guides. Like, I think you're right saying that if I do guides, I'll get more views because I look at other people's channels and they get way more views when they do those type of videos. But for me, this is me like practicing, learning the game, and eventually I'll be able to do the guides. So I just need to think about the long term and like not get as antsy and impatient about it. So yeah, I think you're right, but maybe I can't do. You don't understand that I'm not like an expert with level 60s and a huge guild with all these friends that I can and all this footage. Like I don't have the um access to all the stuff I need to make guides, like including the knowledge. So I never said I was an expert. I'm just a guy that played this game 20 years ago that's coming back to replay it, and that's you're seeing my journey as I learn and level up to 60 with my Dark Elf Necromancer on the green server. So I'll probably stop it there. Yeah, he ends up getting his corpse, gating out. I end up standing up and feign deathing again and getting away. But yeah, I'll try to let's fast forward to that. Okay, so I'm watching these zealots. I think Ornt has his stuff now. Both my corpses are back at entrance, and he did end up getting reses, I'm pretty sure. So it's not as bad as it seems. It's just frustrating, and probably ruined his mood for the day. But yeah, it looks like I got up and feigned death again. Let's watch that. Let's watch that happen. And someone else, I think John Fitzpatrick, said that if I maybe show more action in these videos, then I would get more views. It's just really hard. If you guys know EverQuest, most of the time you're meditating and waiting on things. That's just how this game is. So I stood up. I don't even think they chased me there. Were they looking the other way or something? Or are they green? Like what happened? How come they didn't even chase me? But I'm still gonna let it chill for a second. Because sometimes if something aggroes you and then you feign death, like look, here he comes already. If something aggroes you, then you feign death. It seems like they have a way further like line of sight, or they'll remember you as soon as you stand up, even if they're far enough away. Like normally they wouldn't come after you. If they already came after you and you feign death them off, and then they go back to their spawn point, you got to give it some time, because if you stand up, even if you think you're far enough away to where they wouldn't aggro normally, they'll still remember you and come after you. It's crazy. You got to kind of give it a good minute or two. But yeah, still doing North Row guards right now, level 50. It's going really well. I'm gonna hit 51 pretty soon probably, and yeah, doing good. But yeah, as you can see, I'm definitely getting out of here. I'm good to go here. I just need to stand up. And maybe, I'm giving it some time. There we go. I think I'm good. Yep. So, I died earlier twice, and he just died twice. So we both died twice in this part. I think that's the end of this little excursion into Kazakh Duel. We kind of stop it there. We're like, man, that's enough. And, but we do come back for revenge later, so you guys will see that. I might do, like, Western Commons video before I do that. We have a couple other videos we do in between. Like I went to Kazakh Duel as the first look, right? Then I did a bunch of stuff in between. Then we did this. It was just 2 parts. And then I did a bunch of stuff in between. And then we went back for revenge, and it went really, really well. So I'll show you guys that. It's like Throne Room, and we killed it. So look forward to that. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. And yeah, I'll see you all next time, probably for that Western Commons guide about killing the guards and the dwarves and the druids and going from like 35 to 40 and getting a bunch of fine steel and plat as I do it. But yeah, check that out. Make sure you subscribe and watch this playlist. I got all these videos on a playlist. So yeah. And send me a tell in the game, comment below, all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.